wonderful taste. Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Whiskey Impressions. Today we are going to be tasting the Nestville Single Barrel. And this one happens to be 7 years old. You can actually get younger, and this year maybe you will be able to get even older than that. Apparently they don't get fixed on this age. But before we talk about this whiskey, I want to talk about this one. I mentioned it last time when I was reviewing the 6-year-old one. This is limited Master Blender 8-year-old. Only 1386 pieces of this one were available, so I probably will not be tasting this one. I want to keep it as it is limited. I even contacted the Nestville distillery and they confirmed that this will not be filled again, so only those 1386 bottles are out there. And it's actually a mix from 4 casks. These numbers here, the year, the numbers of bottle, I happen to have 300th bottle from 1386. Even the numbers of barrels are here and it's all written with pen. And Master Blender is also with hand signed here, and it happens to be a woman actually. It's bottled at 46%. So maybe I will taste it sometime, maybe not. Maybe when we finish building our house with my wife, that will be quite special occasion, so we might open this one. They say it's very delicious. So that's it for this one. Not going to be drinking you, buddy. And there was a couple more things I asked about. I asked about the coloring, and as it says on the bottles, they use caramel, nothing else. With chill filtering, they only chill filter younger whiskies. They don't want older ones to lose their aromas, and I respect that. That's great. I think every whiskey I have might be chill filtered. They didn't say which one is and which one isn't, but that's not really important for me. I was also asking, since those 2 whiskeys were blends, I asked if they were really all from Slovakia, and it was confirmed to me that from the grain to water, everything is our Slovak product, so that's pretty awesome. Another thing I want to talk about. Whiskey for me isn't just about tasting it, the tasting itself and nosing. Actually, it's the whole experience. From buying the whiskey, choosing it, to opening it, if it has a gift box, looking at it, reading whatever it says, it's very interesting for me. And this one happens to be in a beautiful box. It's just a paper box or cardboard box. And yeah, just look at it. Isn't it a nice bottle? It probably is. It looks like it's wax sealed. There's this cool, you know, wax stamp or whatever it's called. It looks like a wax stamp, and also looks like by hand written when this was bottled. So distilled May 2009, which is very cool because that's the year where the first casks were filled. And the bottle itself was filled in December 2016. So that makes a 7-year-old whiskey here. As I said, the whole experience is important for me. Maybe that's why I chose Dalmore 12 Highland Park Viking Honor 12-year-old. Marketing gets me pretty much, I will be honest with that. The number of this cask was SO1966, 204 out of 430. That's, I suppose, 430 is the number of bottles that were filled from this cask. And they started making this whiskey in 2011. And as I mentioned, Bill Murray rated this quite high. I'm very excited to try this whiskey. I cannot wait. He actually it was only 4 years old when he was reviewing it. So this is 7-year-old. I suppose it might be even better now. So hopefully I won't be destroying this beautiful wax seal too much when I open it. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I just love the sound of opening the bottle. Looks like I didn't destroy the wax too much, but I expected a little strip here to open it whole. It wasn't there, so I got myself a knife to help a little. Oh man, I'm so excited to try this. As I said, I absolutely adore this this packaging. Oh, I already smell the whiskey, and wow, it's just so interesting. Okay, that'll do. Beautiful. So, to actual nosing. I don't know what kind of mix of grains they are using this for this single barrel whiskey, but I'm getting something similar as from the 6-year-old, so I believe that's some corn in here. At least that's what I'm getting from the nose. A little vanilla sweetness and a little oak, as usual for Nestville whiskey. Even a little caramel toffee, if you will. So this nose is nice, soft, a little sweet, as I said, after vanilla and corn. Not really harsh. It doesn't have this awkward alcohol smell, and if it does, I don't smell it. Let's taste this beautiful whiskey. So, wonderful taste. A little sweet in the beginning. This corn sweetness, I guess, corn vanilla, just like in 6-year-old. The start is very similar. Then oak taste combined with spiciness. Spiciness comes with the oaks in a wonderful mix. I absolutely loved it. And then, when I was thinking what's behind this spiciness that really came to the front, I think I could recognize dark chocolate and a little caramel. Oh, this is absolutely wonderful whiskey. A little similar to the 6-year-old, but even better. So, for the price I paid for it, it's an absolute no-brainer, at least to me. I wish some of these whiskeys were a little smoky, because I pretty much prefer smoky whiskey, but even as a smoky whiskey lover, I absolutely adore this. It's wonderful. Let's try again. And apart from everything I said, what else I could recognize now was orange peel and everything else I mentioned. Absolutely wonderful. If I would have to pick any of those three, I would choose this one, of course. Absolutely wonderful. Even the color is nice. Not sure if this one has caramel in it. I suppose it does. It just says water and whiskey distillate. It might not even have caramel in it, which would be great, but I don't really care, as it just tastes awesome. Okay, let's add water to this whiskey and see if it opens up anything new for us. Not sure if I mentioned that this one also was aged in white oak barrels. It says on the little piece of paper that comes with this one. Yeah, that'll do. Nose is just a little sweeter. Didn't change too much. But now I little feel when I nose this as if I was in a forest. I can get this new smell of, I don't know what the word is in English, the sticky thing that comes from the trees. I get a little of that in here. So it didn't change the whiskey too much. I feel like this one is the least affected by a drop of water added to it. If anything, I felt like it was a little sweeter after that and a little less spicier, but the spices came in the finish when I swallowed. But when I said it was a little spicier, that might just be my mouth getting more used to the alcohol in the mouth after the first 2 sips or 3 which I had before. So I guess that's it for today. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and comment if you have any experience with any product of Nestville Distillery whatsoever. I would be very glad to hear anything from you guys about that. Maybe you bought some from my first video with the blended whiskey, the cheapest one, or from the 6-year-old one. They were both wonderful, and this also is a gem. For the price, very hard to compete with this. Well done, Nestville Distillery. That's everything from me now. To you guys.